decisions customers are taking, and with all these things, when customers comes to an end, finally he is buying the product, what output comes of that particular decision he has taken. The output portion of the consumer decision is making model concerns to closely associated kinds of post decision activity, that is purchase behavior and post purchase evaluation. What is purchase behavior and post purchase evaluation, that we will look into step by step. With these both activities, they are meant to increase consumer satisfaction with his or her purchase. Now what happens, purchase is to buy or not to buy. When a particular product, at the end of entire evaluation with influence of marketing, advertising, with circumstances wherein that particular product was required by that customer, a customer comes to the point where he is in plan to buy or not to buy. What happens with marketing determines which attributes are most important in influencing a consumer's choice. When we are buying battery for mobile, what specific things we will look into that? Originality, durability, price, and availability. Now, price and durability are two important attributes for mobile battery. Apart from its originality, what is believed by us, if we are buying battery for mobile, it has to be original. Now, battery as a device which is inside the mobile is coming up like an inbuilt device where you don't have to change the battery. But earlier handsets of mobile were having a battery as installed one. You can remove it, you can again fit it or assemble it. And when battery was not working properly, for the same handset, we used to purchase another one. Now there was original as well as Indian made batteries also available in market. And attributes when it comes to mobile battery are originality, durability, price, and its availability. So with all attributes which are most important in a customer's influence, customer decides to buy or not to buy. Now types of purchases. What all are the types of purchases? Trial purchase, repeat purchase, long-term commitment purchase. Consumers make three types of purchase. First one is trial. Based on his trial, he will think of buying it one more time or on frequent basis. So these all factors are relevant with customer purchase. You are buying a specific brand of milk. Based on your trial, you will test it. You will think if it is performing your expectations, up to expectations or not. You will have taste of that particular milk. You will make use of milk for different types of food items preparation. You will think of its price in the market. If it is competitive, lower than the popular brands, then you will have a repeat purchase. So these all factors are relevant with types of purchases. Post purchase behavior explains the consumer's post purchase evaluation process. What is our post purchase behavior that decides the sale, almost total sale of a particular product? It can be recommendation from our side to other potential customers, the way we are using it, the way we are using it for its intended usage or for some other usage. Now, service after sales, what is given by operating company, by that marketer, decides also whether we will have good publicity for that product purchased, or word of mouth publicity is negative for that particular product. Now, post purchase behavior is having cognitive dissonance also. That is, in the simple language, confusion. What all are the things comes to our mind with post purchase behavior? Did I make good decision? Did I buy the right product? Did I get a good value? All these questions will be there in customer's mind. Now, marketing can minimize through effective communication, follow-up, guarantee, and warranties. These all cognitive dissonance can get minimized through effective communication. After purchase, within few days or very next day, next working day, you are receiving a call and that person is asking and thanking you for purchase of the product what you made. He is asking you, are you operating it smoothly? Do you have any difficulty in operating? And that way he is helping and wish to have smooth functioning of that work, that wish to have smooth working functions for you with that product. Follow up, you are following up with company is following up with you, and you are getting instruction manual or how to operate it as an expert. Then guarantees and warranties, when you get assured whatever I am buying, if it is costly, I should be given guarantee by company that we will have its repair immediately. There has to be warranty for that particular product, wherein part of it will get replaced. There won't be any service charges to be paid. The way we are paying service charges in open market when we are going for servicing of our two-wheeler, four-wheeler, or home appliances repair. So with these guarantees and warranties, our dissonance, cognitive dissonance is getting reduced. As consumers use a product, they evaluate its performance in light of their own expectations. These all expectations are relevant with its durability, performance, electric consumption, pace, what it requires, its portability. All attributes of that particular product are expected, and with their expectations are equal to performance, then customer is satisfied. Now, there are three possible outcomes of such evaluation. Actual performance matches the standard, leading to a neutral feeling. Performance matches the standard. Positive disconfirmation when the performance exceeds the standard. I was expecting my two-wheeler, newly bought two-wheeler, to give me mileage of 70 kilometer. And to my surprise, it is giving me 75 kilometer. In that condition, I will be having positive disconfirmation, exceeds the standard. Negative disconfirmation, when the performance is below the standard. I was expecting mileage of 70 kilometer and my newly bought two-wheeler is giving me 60 kilometer. There I am having negative disconfirmation. An important aspect of purchase process is reducing post-purchase cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is inner tension that a consumer experiences after recognizing an inconsistency between behavior and performance of product. Now, outcomes of post-purchase evaluation. What all are they? Actual performance matches expectation. Actual performance exceeds expectation. Performance is below expectations. So these all factors do have outcomes. These all are outcomes of post-purchase evaluation. When you are buying imported product, costly one, you are having stress in your mind. This much investment I am doing in my product. Will it perform well or not? Am I doing right investment at the moment, or I should have taken any other made product which was much cheaper than this one? These all factors are creating cognitive dissonance. Many electronic gadgets like laptop, mobile, tablet, PC, they are not being used by customers in a proper manner. They don't know how to use it. What all are the functions we can avail from these type of gadgets? And they blame company for not giving them right product. You should have sound technical knowledge and skill how to operate laptop or PC. Then only you are supposed to purchase it. Without having such knowledge, if you are purchasing just because it looks attractive or other people do have, there's no purpose getting served of yours. So these all factors are important. Factors determining the level of consumer involvement: previous experience, interest, perceived risk of negative consequences, situation, and social visibility. Now, factors influencing buying decision. When I am buying a particular product, what all are the things I get influenced from? Cultural factor, social factor, individual factor, psychological factor. Consumer's decision-making process makes him to buy a particular product or don't buy. Now, cultural factors. What happens? We have Akshay Tritiya, Dashera, Gudi Padwa, and Guru Pushamrut. These are few occasions where people believe that they should purchase gold ornaments, because purchasing gold ornament on such auspicious occasion is good for our wealth creation. These all are cultural factors. We are buying sweet on occasion of festivals. We buy new clothes on occasion of festivals. We are buying gold jewelry, utensils, and many more types of furnitures, interior decoration materials when it comes to occasion like marriage. So these all factors are influencing an individual for buying a particular product. Social factors. When we are part of this society, we have certain assumptions. With the changing culture of this society, we go accordingly. Whatever things we do in a socially acceptable manner. When you are in America or in European country, it's not mandatory for you, or it is not assumed by that society and people living in that society, even at the age of 35, if you are not married, nobody is bothered to know that you are an unmarried man. But when it comes to our society, our social norms, what we follow, by the time you complete your education and start working, you are settled for last 2 or 3 years. It is expected from your family, relatives, and friends that you are getting married. So these all are social factors and cultural factors, mix of social and cultural factors that makes you to buy particular product or service. Cultural influences on buying decisions: values, language, myths, customs, rituals, laws, and material artifacts. When we are keeping something at height at the top of any cupboard, and we have to take it down from that point. Students, you are listening to me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
1 minute. Huh? So what happens? Listen to me carefully, and your participation in this discussion is necessary. On account of online classes, I have my limitations to conduct such type of explanation or to give such type of explanation. Let us assume something is kept on top of the cupboard. Cupboard is around 7 feet height. Now, it is difficult for us just by standing on the ground and raising our hand, take out that particular stuff, that substance. Now, what all are the choices we have? How we can take out that particular thing from the top of that cupboard? What you suggest? What you suggest? I have to take out that thing. That may be a pot or a carry bag or trolley bag, something for sake of traveling. How I will take out that on the floor. You got my question? Are you there, available?
Yes, sir.
Then please reply how I can take out my trolley bag, which is kept at the top of cupboard, which is at certain height. It is not, my hand is not reaching there. What I can do?
I can take help of a table or chair.
This is what I am expecting, and then you are replying lately. We have to take help of chair or table. Isn't it very simple thing? Okay. Climbing on chair,
Yes, sir.
or taking a table and then taking it out, taking it below is a normal procedure, isn't it? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So in such situation, when we have to take help of table or chair, we can take down that trolley bag which was kept on the cupboard. What if I am arranging books one above the other, making it like a stage, and I am standing on those books and taking out that trolley bag? I can go with other option of keeping books below my feet. You got my question?
Yes, sir. We can do so.
We Indians keep books below our feet.
No, sir.
Then why you said yes, we can do that?
No, actually,
Why we are not touching books with our feet?
yes, sir.
I am asking you why we are not touching books
Sir.
with our feet. You have any explanation, any answer to that question?
Sir, from the childhood, or sir, being Indian, sir, from the childhood, our teachers, our parents have taught us like this kind of God, Saraswati. So it's kind from living in India, we have to follow the culture, our culture.
So book is the source of knowledge, and whatever is source of knowledge, we consider it as God. We consider it as holy. We value it. Very important aspect. What was asked here? Values, cultural influences on buying decision. Very first important thing is values. We have value for books. We have value for elderly people at our home. We value our teachers. We value our freedom fighters. We value dignity of our country. We value all those things which help us become part and parcel of our life. Every tree, living being, soil, even stones do have certain value in our life, in Indian culture. Likewise, there are different cultural influences on buying decisions. Social influences, reference groups, family members, opinion leaders. What reference group we belong to, whether we are white collared people, middle class, salaried employee, living in urban area, are we techno savvy, which family we belong to, how many family members among we do have in our family, are we upper middle class, middle class, or lower middle class family members? That all depends on social influences. Individual influences, gender, personality, self-concept, lifestyle, age, family cycle, family life cycle. These all factors. When we are talking of gender, Fair and Lovely as a product is not meant for us. For males, what substitute we have? Fair and handsome. Lovely as a word, what is used for females? Handsome as a word is used for males. These all factors are influencing our purchase. Non-geared two-wheelers are meant for females. Geared two-wheelers, power bikes are used by males. So when it comes to color choice for our garments, most of the males are using plain colored or check shirts, lining shirts. Please mute your audio. Check shirt, lining shirt, plain shirt. We don't have much choice in colors, and we don't use design clothes the way saris and other garments for females are used. So these all are individual influences, psychological influences, perception, motivation, learning, beliefs and attitudes. These all factors makes important in our individual buying process. When it comes to customer driven decision making, psychological influences are very important. What we perceive, if a person is holding costly mobile, he must be a rich person. Our perceptions for our own self, I should be one dignified member of this society. By looking at me, person should get impressed. That's the reason I am buying costly clothes, garments. These all perceptions people do have. Motivation. We get motivated to buy certain things. During young age, we are motivated for color specs, then hair jelly, cosmetics, latest fashionable garments, branded belt, branded shoes, matching socks, and all these things are relevant for motivation to young generation. People are using fashionable clothes in their young generation. Why? Because they are motivated to buy them. Their surrounding, their friend circle, the educational institute wherein they are, psychological. So with this, I have completed customer driven decision making process. Now we will be having next part of retailing analytics. That is product affinity of customers. Let me keep blank PPT on screen. Is it visible? A blank PPT is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please reply so that I will be in understanding that all students are listening here. Affinity is something that is closely related and having attraction or relationship with something else. Now, most of the females do have affinity for gold jewelry. That is their weak point, what we say. Garments, when it comes to garments like sari or churidar, or for that reason, traditional clothes, they all are affiniated for such type of products. Affinity is closeness, attraction, or strong relationship between two entities. Product affinity of customers. Now, what is the definition of product affinity? Identify which products are sold together and use that information to influence targeted marketing efforts, store layouts, and in-store promotions. Product affinity enables an organization to detect product purchase pattern, linkages, and cross-sell opportunities in order to increase revenues. Results from this application will enable the organization to identify with a high degree of accuracy those customers most interested in specific product, services, and product groupings. Now, what happens when a customer is buying one particular product? He is inclined to, or he is having closely relationship with buying another few products also. I will give you example. If a person is buying computer, he is strongly having affinity, or it is having a strong possibility that he will buy computer table also. When a person is buying new flat, absolute new flat, and he was intended to, he was very much particular for buying new flat only, then in that situation, when he is shifting his goods inside the newly bought flat, it's quite possible that he will buy new furniture also. Instead of keeping old furniture in his newly bought flat, he will prefer to have complete set of new furniture. So new flat is having strong affinity with new furniture. This is what relevant with product affinity of customers. Affinity analysis is a modeling technique based upon the theory that if you buy a certain group of items, you are more or less likely to buy another group of items. When you are buying certain product, you are buying certain other products too. When you buy a shirt ready-made and a pant, it's quite possible that you will buy belt also. When you are buying branded shoes, definitely you will be buying socks also. These all factors are relevant with affinity. The set of items a customer buy is referred to as an item set, and market basket analysis seeks to find relationships between purchases. When a customer is buying one particular product, he is having affinity towards buying another product also. And there is a relationship between group of these products. And retailers, especially organized retailers, have to keep in mind that when we are keeping certain products for buying, for sale of customers, those products who have affinity with these all products, they should be kept in our store also. So when a person is buying torch, which is the closely affiniated product, what he may buy? Torch is used during night time. You got it? What other product will have affinity to buy it? You got my question? If a person is buying torch, what other product closely related he'll buy?
Cell, sir.
Yes, extra set of batteries. Instead of saying cell, we have to say battery. So these all factors. Now again, when we are buying batteries, there are two options for us. Which are they? Which are they? When we are buying battery for torch, we have two options. Don't you know there are two types of batteries? Chargeable and you can throw. So for sake of using chargeable batteries, what that customer may think, during daytime I will keep them on charging. During night time I can use it. Now when it comes to chargeable batteries, charger also is included in his purchase if he is doing it for first time. So while buying battery, that customer is having strong possibility of buying other two products, charger as well as chargeable set of batteries, 2, 4, 8, 10, whatever it may be. So these all products have affinity among themselves. Now what his example is given here, typically the relationship will be in form of a rule. If then, what it is, if I am buying battery, then I am buying chargeable batteries also along with charger. Product affinity and cross selling. What is explanation given here for product affinity? For instance, customers are very likely to purchase shampoo and conditioner together. So a retailer would not put both items on promotion at the same time. Promotion of one would likely to drive sales of the other. I am here with one question to ask you, and I am reading the first point of this PPT once again for your clarification. For instance, customers are very likely to purchase shampoo and conditioner together. Definitely we are purchasing shampoo plus conditioner together. The way when a person is using shampoo, he is using conditioners also. Now, so a retailer would not put both items on promotion. He will put on promotion shampoo only, not the conditioner. The promotion of one would likely to drive sales of the other. Why retailer will advertise shampoo only and why not conditioner? Can you answer me?
Just like you have just given the example of battery and torch. So the product is correlative with it. Just now you have just given the example of battery and torch. So vice versa, it is correlated. Yeah. So vice versa, it is also correlated with.
I will explain you what happens when we are promoting shampoo. We are saving promotion cost of conditioner. One important aspect to remember here, when we are selling in good quantity with good response from customers for shampoo, we shouldn't spend too much money on promotion of conditioner. Conditioner will sell by default. This is what mentioned here. Retailer would not put both items on promotion. By putting one item on promotion, he will save promotion cost for other item and he can add. Here is the selling trick what is used. A widely used example of cross selling on the internet with market basket analysis is Amazon.com's use of suggestion of the type customer who bought book A also bought book B. Now I have one example here to give you. Perhaps you haven't known to this, or you were not born during those days, but you must have heard it. Ramayana in 1988 became very popular serial, and it was shown on black and white television channels, Doordarshan. During those days, very rarely people used to have color television set. Now, after end of the Ramayana, the next serial came was Mahabharata. And those people who were engaged in watching Ramayana, and entire India was big fan of that serial. People used to keep their important works aside and used to have interest and used to spend time in watching Ramayana for almost 1 hour. This is the particular thing what happened, and producer and director of Mahabharata took this factor into consideration, and they came up with Mahabharata. If people do have strong liking in serial and in what we say Vedic era serial, mythological serial, Ramayana, definitely they will have interest in serial Mahabharata. Now, after Mahabharata, so many mythological serials came in market, but people weren't much interested. Those two, Ramayana and Mahabharata, were mega serials, which were having around 104 parts. That those days, having serial of 104 parts was big venture. So these all factors are relevant with product affinity and cross-selling. Product affinity analysis process. Let me historic market basket data and analysis are used to build more effective marketing programs. Past customer purchase data is used to identify which products or services are acquired by which customer groups. When B.R. Chopra came up with Mahabharata as a serial, he was knowing how much Ramayana was liked by people made up of Ramanand Sagar, and he kept the customers liking and inclination toward mythological serials, and he made it. Predictive analytics is applied to this data to discover profiles of customers most likely to buy the product in each group. These profiles are used to target those customers most likely to respond favorably to specific cross-sale campaign. Now, pair-wise product associations are also determined. Pair-wise product association: socks with shoes, pen with notebook, trouser with tracksuit, shirt with pant, shirt with tie, tie with tie clip. These all are pair-wise product association. Now, customer product dislikes are also identified so that company does not promote unwanted products. So the next explanation as a point, benefits that can be realized from utilizing this solution: improve customer knowledge, allowing company to better understand what their customers are likely to buy and not; increase revenue and decrease cost by identifying those customers most likely to respond to cross-sale campaigns. What happens when we are known to our customers and their buying habit? Definitely, we keep those products only which do have higher sale and faster sale. Our investment in unwanted products becomes much lesser, and our investment in fast going products which are customer repeatedly purchasing most demanded one, we adjust and manage demand supply ratio. What is demanded by customer, that is made available. What customers want in specific time of a year, that is there in the store. So these all factors are having benefits of, that is realized from utilizing this solution. Now this behavior prediction is again an important aspect. I am saying you once again, I would have shown you practically with layout design. Behavior prediction of customers, and before reading and giving you explanation about customer behavior, layout which are used by organized retail stores have certain predictions for customers behavior. That is what he has stated. This uses past consumer behavior to foresee the future behavior of their customers. Those customers coming to our retail store almost for duration of 1 year, and once in a month, 2 times in a month, they are doing purchase on regular basis. With the family size they are, in future, when their family members increase or by age they increase, definitely there will be slight changes in the purchase what they are making, or whatever in continuity for 6 months or 1 year they are purchasing from a retail store. Definitely the same purchase they will be doing in future also. Based on this customer data, we can keep available product what we want. So what is stated here, propensity to buy analysis, understanding what a particular customer might buy. Next sequential purchase, predicting the customer next buy. When today a customer is buying shirt and pant, in future from the same store, it's quite possible that he is buying other variety of clothes. That may be t-shirt, casual wear, office wear, formal wear, traditional wear, luxury. His next purchase may be for such type of other category products from the same store. Product affinity analysis, understanding which product will be bought with others. When you are buying a particular product, what other products you will buy, that is dependent on main purchase. When we are buying laptop, we are buying headphone, we are buying pen drive, we are buying other electronic gadgets which support them, we are buying antivirus, we are buying empty CD. These all factors are important, which are based on which product will be bought with others. Price elasticity modeling and dynamic pricing determine the best price for a given product. These all are behavior prediction. Product affinity is equal to link analysis. Aims to establish link, association between records or set of records in a database. When customers regular visit for a specific product is recorded and data of that customer is kept with us based on his purchase, what age he is, what gender he belongs to, where he is residing, what designation or work he is doing, on what purchase he is doing on frequent basis. Those all factors could be realized. There are 3 specializations: association discovery, sequential pattern discovery, similar time sequence discovery. Now associations discovery with example, everything will be clear. Find items that imply the presence of other items in the same event. Affinities between items are represented by association discovery. What association discovery means by, because of one product purchase, you are purchasing other product too. When customer rents property for more than 2 years and is more than 25 years, customer will buy a property. association happens in 35% of all customers who rent properties. When property is more than 25 years old and he is giving that property for 2 continuous years, it's quite possible that he will buy another one property which is absolutely new, because old property, what he feels is not suitable at the moment for his living. What is association here? He is selling something and association suggests that he will be buying something new. Again, the same example or the same association discovery could be just one another example I am giving you here. If a person who made use of his car for 5+ years, 6 years or 7 years, and he is selling his car, he has put an advertisement on Facebook or some other social media, or even he is approaching a dealer agent for selling his 5-year or 7-year-old used car. What is the chances here in association? You have any idea? A person is selling his used car, used for 5-7 years. What may happen? Will you please answer? Yes, students, you are available. You got my question?
So he will get the less amount, less value.
What happened?
So he will get the less value, sir.
Less value. I am asking you, when a person is selling his old car, definitely he will be getting less value than that of a new one. That's a rational factor. We are having association discovery here. If a person is selling his old car which is used for 5 to 7 years, definitely there are chances that he will buy new one. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Now, again in association discovery or association theory, if a person is buying a new car, there are many other equipments inside, like tape or audio system. He will buy it definitely. Cushion, if he is buying some costly car, he will not depend on cushion system which is given with the car. He will customize his cushion system. He will have cushions inside the car of his choice, of his color choice, of his quality choice. These all factors are association discovery, sequential pattern discovery. What is explained here? Finds patterns between events such that the presence of one set of items is followed by another set of items in a database of events over a period of time. Now, used to understand long-term customer buying behavior. What is stated here? Presence of one set of items is followed by another set of items in a database of events over a period of time. This particular factor is applicable in which kind of or which category of product? You have any idea? Over a period of time, if a person is buying one particular item, he keeps on buying on frequent basis other items too. I will give you example of sequential pattern discovery. If a person is buying LED TV of a specific brand, he chooses to have either cable TV or dish TV. When he is buying dish TV after purchase of LED, he again have choices of having Hollywood movie package on dish TV, Hollywood movie, sports channel, then channels like Discovery, National Geographic. Then he will have specific pattern of entertainment for him. Within that particular entertainment pattern choices, he will go for higher package in next few months. After having such type of channels at his home, he will look into those all programs what he is liking the most. He likes his best cricketer, best footballer, best tennis player. Now, if his passion is to look for sports channel, he will have all types of sports available in his dish TV. Being sports channel admirer, he himself may be a regular a regular person who is working in gym, going for gym, doing gym, a sportsman of his young age or sportsman at the present. Based on that particular thing, he is buying sports shoes, socks, and sports wears also. These all are sequential pattern. When you are buying LED TV, your intention is to look all types of sports activities happening in the world. When you are purchasing that specific package where all sports channels are available, you are buying with that dish TV set also. These all factors are sequential pattern discovery. Similar time sequence discovery. Find links between two sets of data that are time dependent and it's based on the degree of similarity between the patterns that both time series demonstrate. Within 3 months of buying property, new home owners will purchase goods such as cookers, freezers, and washing machine. Yes, this example earlier also I have given. Time sequence discovery. When a person is buying new flat, he feels to have new furniture, new cooker, new freezer, and new washing machine also. He don't want any old thing to damage the newness of his flat, newness of the product what he bought. So these all factors are having a link analysis with the new purchase. Now I will stop here. It's already 1 o'clock.
Sir, I have one question.
Please. Yes,
Sir,
please.
what's the difference between the product affinity and the sequence pattern? Just now you
Product
have just
affinity
explained.
and product affinity
Product
and
affinity and sequence pattern, sir.
sequence pattern. What happens
Sequence.
on account?
Yes, sir.
See, product affinity is closeness between socks and shoes,
Hmm.
closeness between notebook and pen,
Hmm.
charger or battery and torch.
Hmm.
Now sequential pattern. Sequential pattern, what happens? You are buying a flat.
Hmm.
Then you buy new furniture.
Hmm.
Then you buy new home appliances. When these all factors are bought, when a person is buying flat, immediately he will not buy these all things. He will have some breathing period. In gap of 1 or 2 months, he will buy new furniture.
Hmm.
Another 1 month down the line, he will buy refrigerator, washing machine. Again, certain showpieces or dining table, he will buy down the line 1 month. This is a sequential pattern. Now, when I am buying battery, when I am buying torch, quickly I am buying cell or power chargers. Getting it? When I am buying shoes,
Yes, I got
the
it.
very next moment I am buying socks also. This is what product affinity. When we are buying cold drinks, very quickly we are buying snacks also. Getting it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you, sir.
these queries. I also get motivated.